Well, hello everybody. Bug Eater 64 here again, and by cracky, we're going to do a little something different. I'm getting used to saying that now. But here we are at Palm Beach with the Airplane Heavens Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Update 11 Aircraft, the DC-3. Now, one of the things we're going to do is we're not going to fly it today. No, 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 no. What we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get ready to fly. And then we're going to go ahead and use this neat little add-on, FSRealistic. Now, it's been around a while, but there's a really neat change to this. As you can see, we've got all our effects here that we can put in for different engine sounds, different things like that. We've got our Douglas DC-3 profile. Every time I load up a different airplane, I have not found one it did not have the profile with. So that's a good thing. And there's other settings and so on. But this particular update and this particular one is most up-to-date and most recent update for FSRealistic is this. First person. Now, if I'm sitting in the cockpit, I can go ahead and whatever button I have set for either on my HOTAS or on my keyboard or whatever, it will put me in the position to do a walk around of the aircraft. And that's what I'm going to show you today with a number of aircraft. Some default, some third-party aircraft. And the thing that's neat about this is we've been wanting an aircraft to, or be able to walk around aircraft to do walk around checks and so on. And the way we do that is to walk around once we're outside, we use the WS and D and A keys to go front, backwards, left, and right. We can, if we want to move quickly and run, then we can hit the shift key, and to walk faster or slower, we use either the left or right mouse buttons on our mouse. And to be taller or shorter, we use the mouse wheel. And so we can adjust the camera height by pressing the mouse wheel, holding it while we press it up or down. So, that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started in here. Won't be any flying today. We're just going to do a walk around of some of these aircraft, and they'll be identified. So, with that, let's get inside the sim, and let's get going with looking at FSRealistic and our first-person walk-around system. See you inside. Well, hello, here we are inside the sim, and we're looking at our first aircraft, the PMD GC6, which is a payware aircraft. But we're going to go ahead and take a look here. We start inside the cockpit. We're going to do a couple things in here, and then we'll get started. I've got my keyboard number 1 on the top row of numbers. I've got that set as my stepping outside to do the first person. So we're just setting up our ladders so we can have something to look at outside, and then we'll get going here. While I drink my coffee. So we'll get the crew compartment door open, and then we'll get the ladder down. And here we are outside. You can see the ladder being sent down. We'll get back inside the cockpit and get ready to step outside. So here we are. Now the crew, now that I chose this crew member with the uniform, but you can choose men, women, nationals, civilian clothes, crew member clothes. So we've got our stairs there. And like I said, we can look inside, cannot climb the stairs. Sad, but true. So it gives you a way of doing a walk around. You can't walk very far. If you go too far, it'll bounce you back inside the cockpit. So there we have the DC-6 payware aircraft. Okay. And we'll get ready to move over to our next bird. So just real quick, show you, some of the things we can do. So here we are in the Airbus A320neo. Okay. Quick look in the air cockpit here. And then we'll step out again. He said, no flying in this video, nothing too exciting, just a kind of nice way of showing you. Like, I couldn't walk over to that other aircraft you see over there, but I can walk up, kind of look at the blades. Okay, I can't grab anything, but I can look at it. Walk under the fuselage. I did try once to walk over to a parked airplane. Didn't happen. But we can come underneath. We can check different things, get a better look of the internals of the wheel well. It's just a neat little add-on that I've had fun with. All right. So, let's get going to our next, which is the Sky Simulations MD-11 version 3, which is also a payware. Recently released, an aircraft that I've been waiting for patiently. I used to fly a version of this in X-Plane, so having one in Microsoft Flight Simulators, really a neat idea. Okay, so we got our pad here, and we use this pad to take care of loading our passenger weights and so on, opening and closing doors, things like that. So here we go, and again, gives us a good way to look at the aircraft. We can walk up, look inside, see the blade system of the engines.
Well, here we are. This is out of a storybook. Welcome to Summerfield. It's pretty busy. Yeah. Only reason people come here this time of year is for the Christmas fair.
And kind of get an idea of just how big this aircraft is.
Christmas fair? Yeah. I love Christmas fairs. But I can't. Order speak. Right. I'll unload your stuff. You go check in. Okay. Okay. And don't forget to join us for some fresh gingerbread cookies right here in the lobby. Follow me, gentlemen.
Okay.
Oh, hey. Can I help you? Hi.
Yeah, I'll show you a little something here. We can put our chocks out. We can get our cargo doors are opening. This is where we can adjust our passenger.
Did you look at this? You made your reservation for next year. We have headroom available for this week and a couple of months. Wait, what? I'm so sorry.
It just gives you a lot of things you can do.
This can't be happening. Call Jimmy. Go get the car. Please, I need a room for a week. It's very important.
Not as extensive as other
No room at the inn.
pads and other aircraft, but as you can see, we got the doors open. We've got the ground services loading cargo.
For cancellations. Do you get very many? Never used to, but well, these days.
All right, now the update 11 Airplane Heaven DC-3 C-47, which is a freeware, came with the update. Really nice DC-3, but wait till you see this. Okay, so we're inside the cockpit. First thing I'm going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to open the doors, the cargo and the entry door for our passengers. And we'll swing around here so you can see that they are in fact open at this time,
Really? That's cool. My dad has a little
which is kind of cool.
stars with it.
I do that for work.
You get paid to look at stars? I want that job.
So we get back inside the cockpit, and now we're going to hit key number 1 on our keyboard, and here we are. Have you noticed the issue? I sure did. The aircraft, being a tail dragger, does not remain on the ground. I tried this with 3 or 4 different tail draggers in the simulation. They all do the exact same thing. And since we can't reach up and check flaps and different flight surfaces in this mode, it kind of, it's a fault. It's one of the drawbacks.
So, we were at
Knowing that, I won't be doing any walkarounds when I'm flying these tail dragger aircraft.
Paris for the holidays with a couple of girlfriends. She wouldn't mind.
But the DC-3 she's a beautiful aircraft.
So amazing. You have no idea how much you're helping.
Go ahead and close the doors and the hatch for the cargo. And you see she's back where she's supposed to be, ready to go. And we will be flying her soon.
I still get to look through your telescope, right?
All right. Another Update 11 aircraft, the Bell Model 407, which was freeware because it came with the update. She's a great little aircraft. I've always liked the 407. Flew a 407 in X-Plane, which was an absolutely gorgeous and wonderful
Yeah, but your
addition to X-Plane 11.
stand for fun.
But here we are in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and Update 11 had the first official helicopter updates. So here we go. She's a pretty aircraft. Now I wanted to read that placard, and oops, kept going and it kicked me right back into the cockpit. Again, one of the little frailties of this FSRealistic module. So
Who eats breakfast?
it's there, it works. It's great fun though. I really enjoy it. Gives you a good way to just kind of walk around and really look at the aircraft you're going to be flying.
She's not with us anymore. Daddy said she's a star now.
Well, they're beautiful and very appropriate as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Why don't you continue the tour and I will take your bags to the room. Thank you.
So there is our Bell 407. Going to be flying her real soon too.
I can't believe I fell asleep. Thank you for keeping the kitchen open for me. Oh, I'm not surprised you sat there. That is wonderful. And the room is,
Very good.
gosh, so is that tree. Wow.
Well, hello again. This is Bug Eater here, and we're getting ready to call it the end. But that being said, I sure hope you enjoyed seeing the FSRealistic in the different aircraft. As you can see, it's not perfect by any means. We can't use it to board an aircraft. We can't walk up the staircase. We can't do things like that. But we can use it to look inside the engines. We can do some of our normal walk around stuff. We can use it to look up in the wheel well to make everything is okay. I mean, it does add that immersion. Unfortunately, we cannot use it, or so far I haven't found a way. I can't use it on my tail draggers. Hopefully that is something that may be fixed in the near future. If not, hey, it is what it is, and that's the way it's going to be. But it really is a lot of fun. I like starting out there, getting outside the aircraft, walking around, looking at some of the things close up. Now, one of the things you do have to be careful of, as we saw in the helicopter, you can walk around those things, but when I tried to get close enough to read the information plate, manufacturer's plate on the side of the 407, I got a little too close and walked right through the darn thing, and it kicked me right back into the cockpit. So, that being said, those are some of the limitations you've got with it. I certainly hope you enjoyed it as much as I did bringing it to you. And we'll see you real soon in the skies as we get ready to do another flight. I got to get that DC-3 home from Palm Beach back up to GSP. So we'll be doing that flight real soon. But I just wanted to make this short video to show you some of the things and some of the different aircraft. Plus, we will be looking at this fine bird real soon too, the MD-11. So until next time, this is Bug Eater 64. So glad you come along for the ride. I appreciate each and every one of you that leave comments, and I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a Christmas and New Year's. And until then, Bug Eater 64 here, and as always, remember, safe flying.